Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and I have an exciting deck for you guys. It's going to be a deck that a lot of you guys requested. I've seen some of you guys post. I'm not going to mention any names, but Unfezant is the 140 HP colorless Pokemon with the attack Feather Dance. This is going to be the main attack that we're going to be focusing on. We're not going to be using Sky Attack since it's a really risky move, but Feather Dance, during your next turn, each of this Pokemon's attack does 80 more damage, and we're going to combine that with Spinda with the Uproar. Spinda does have staggering steps, but Spinda is the 80 HP colorless Pokemon as well. It's got the attack Uproar. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Combining that with Feather Dance, and what we can use is Mew EX. We're going to be playing 3 of these with Versatile. So, for example, if we can do a unprecedented turn 1 Unfezant, meaning you can actually get turn 1 Unfezant by playing a Pidove in your turn 1, and then using Wally to get the Tranquil, and then to get the Unfezant here with the Delta Evolution. That would be insane. And then you can play the Energy plus a Dimension Valley, which is kind of a stretch. And then you can use Versatile for the Feather Dance, and then in your turn 2, you can use Spinda and Uproar for 90 to every Pokemon. That is amazing. We do have some supporting cast here. 1 Virizion. So this does help us with special conditions, but since this deck is just slow to set up, we'll be playing Virizion and Munna with long distance hypnosis to try to put our opponent's Pokemon to sleep and maybe buy ourselves a turn. We will have Jirachi here with Stellar Guidance to be able to search for any supporter and just be a really nice consistency card. And we're going to play a 1-1 line of Meowstic and Esper here. Meowstic here's got the attack Ear Influence for a Psychic Energy. Move as many damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon as you like to any one of your other Pokemon in the way you like. So it's kind of like Sinister Hand with Dusknoir. And for the energies, I'm going to skip all the item cards. I'm going to go straight to the energies. We will be only playing 1 Rainbow Energy just for Meowstic, all right? We could play more, but we'll just play 1, right? I don't want to play a really heavy line of special energies. Now, a nice thing with the Rainbow Energy is that we can play it on the Mew and copy a variety of different attacks as well. So that's really cool. With just 1 Rainbow Energy, we have the flexibility of doing a ton of different kind of attacks, and no matter what kind of opponent we have. So that's really cool. And then we will have 6 Grass Energies. So going back, we'll be playing Computer Search as the expected choice. You guys all know what that does already. For Crushing Hammer, we want to disrupt our opponent as much as possible and slow them down. 2 Enhance Hammers, 1 Escape Rope, and then we got the Evil Soda here for our evolution lines. And then, we got Sacred Ash. You never know, this could come in handy. In scenarios where you have to discard some Pokemon, then you can play this to get the Pokemon back instead of losing a turn from playing Lysander Trump card. We'll play a switch here. We have Trainer's Mail, 3 of these, 3 Ultra Balls, 3 VS Seekers, and then we got Colress, 1 of these. We got Lysander and Lysander Trump card, 1 each, 3, and 1 Professor Juniper, and 1 Team Flare Grunt. We will have Wally here as well, 2 of these to evolve a little faster. Dimension Valley, 4 of these, and 3 Hard Charms. And I already mentioned the Rainbow Energy and whatnot. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, looks like we're going to be playing against Nicholas CV. And let's go for tails this time. And no, it was heads. Oh, I should always go for heads. And this time we won't get to go first. And in that way we can evolve first. Oh, wow, look at that. My opponent's going to be playing the Dragonite deck. We even see the Rough Seas. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Mew EX. Look at that. We have a variety of things that we can go for. I'm going to hang on to the Jirachi. We get to draw into a number of different cards. We even start with the Team Flare Grunt. That's kind of nice. And here is a Trainer's Mail. My opponent starts off with a Dragtini. And this Dragtini looks fun. Look at that. This is a really like a cartoonish, almost like a 6th grader can draw this. This is great. I love it. Trainer's Mail. So my opponent's looking at the top 4 cards of his deck. And take a look and see what my opponent's going to bring out. And it's a Skyla. Okay. So the Skyla can go for a variety of things. Perhaps even maybe a rare candy for the next turn. I don't know. At times like these, I think what I want to do is probably just discard it right away. We're going to try to go for the Crushing Hammer. If that fails, I might just go with the Team Flare Grunt. So let's go with the Crushing Hammer. Come on, give me heads. It's tails. Okay, let's go with this. And we'll play, let's just get rid of that. Yes. All right. Thank you. Let's see. No need of the Via Seeker at this point. And let's just get rid of this here. All right. And let's go. So we can evolve the P-Dove in the next turn. And we can even play this and copy for a... We can go for a Hook. Or we can go for Gust. Look at the top card of the deck, then you may shuffle your deck. That's kind of silly. We'll just hit it for Gust. You never know. This 20 damage can come in handy in the future. So, in the next turn, we'll play the Tranquil, and then play the Jirachi for the Juniper, and then perhaps we can even evolve turn 2, right? So that's kind of the plan. And there it is. My opponent gets the rare candies. This is the exact reason why we got rid of the double dragon energy. Didn't want to deal with that anymore. And my opponent counters our stadium, so... Probably should have held on to the stadium. I don't know. My opponent goes for a Via Seeker for the Skyla, and that's probably going to be going for Professor's Letter. My opponent needs those energy drops, and this has the Delta trait. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage, and you can take one more prize card. Okay, so we see the Lightning energy here, and I think we saw Grass energy as well. My opponent looks like attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon, and that's pretty nice. Here we go. We'll go with this, and let's go with the Stellar Guidance. I need to get the Juniper. We'll be losing an Enhance Hammer, but that's all right. And we do get a Munna. I don't know how I feel about that. We couldn't evolve, though. See, that's a huge problem. Could not evolve this turn. All right. Let's take a look at what we can do. I'm going to attempt to do Fly. And flip a coin. If Tails' attack does nothing, if Heads prevent all effects of attacks. So let's go for that. Let's go and try to fly our way out of here. Yes, we hit Heads. And let's see. If Heads prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. I don't think my opponent will be attacking us, but you never know. So, gotta get the Pokemon going. I don't want this Dragonite to one-shot us with heavy impact. My opponent played a Professor Sycamore, and so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into the Esper, and then I'm going to play the Escape Rope to try to disrupt my opponent and disrupt the Dragonite. We can always snipe the Dragonite from the bench later. Here is an Ultra Ball, getting rid of an Ultra Ball and a Professor Sycamore. That goes for a Manectric EX, since our Pokemon over here is Lightning Weak. We see the energy drop here. My opponent can play Wrapped in Wind for 2 more, but I guess that was it. And finally, let's go with this Evil Soda, thank goodness. And we'll get that going right there. I'll even play, perhaps, we're not going to play the Munna. All right, let's go with the N, I think. All right, here, I'm going to play the Escape Rope, and then I'm going to play the Free Retreat with the Unfezant here. And that way... we can kind of disrupt my opponent a little bit more. So let's play the N. I got no other choice here. And let's go with the Crushing Hammer. Flipping tails. Let's go with the Crushing Hammer. Yes, we got 1 Heads. And my opponent needs the Lightning energies. But you know what? Let's just get rid of that Grass energy right there. And we can get the Spinda in the next turn, but let's just go for the Versatile. And I'm going to go ahead and do a Feather Dance. So here it is. We'll be able to hit 90 and 90 and 90 here, taking out the Dratini in the next turn. If we can get that Spinda, we see the energy drop on the Manectric, and that's it. We don't see an energy on the Dragonite, so should be pretty safe there. And there it is. We see a switch, and there's the Rough Seas. We will still be able to attack, but my opponent hits 20 and 20 to the Muse. We get a switch here. Question. Let's take a look at here. How many Pokemon? I don't have any Pokemon. Okay. Do I want to get a Juniper, or do I want to do what guarantees? Right? Do I want to do what guarantees, or do I want to get a Juniper? I think in this kind of scenario, I want to do what guarantees me the best shot, right? So we can get a Juniper, but if we whiff it, right? I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. So let's go ahead. We'll versatile and uproar right there, hitting 90, 90, and 90, knocking out that Dratini. We get an N off of the prizes, so that's really good. Again, this Manectric here can hit us for 60 with an Assault Laser if my opponent gets the energy down. This Dragonite will be going down. We can probably just do an overrun and take down this Dragonite. Otherwise, we can try a Sky Attack. That's kind of risky. I probably won't do that. And gotta wait and see what we can do. Does my opponent have a special energy, which we can play the Enhanced Hammer for? Maybe. We can still play the Sacred Ash, perhaps. But I'm gonna maybe I'll just hang on to it. The only Pokemon we have in here is a Unfezant. So, do we see the energy drop? That's the question. If we see the energy drop, that's gonna be a lot of pressure on our Mew EX. My opponent was able to heal a little bit more, so by the time we attack again, my opponent would be pretty good, be in good shape. So that is the risk. That is what we have to do. If anything, I might just do an overrun. We see an energy drop over there. My opponent plays an end. Oh, that's great. So I can play the Hard Charm, but that's going to be kind of silly. It will just power up my opponent's Assault Laser. So there it is. There's the 60. And we get a VS Seeker. I don't know. Let's go with this. We get the Dimension Valley. So at least we can counter that. And let's take a look here. We can play a Colress for 5. Or N for 5. Or a Juniper. Or I can play a Team Thorgrunt. Let's go with that. You know what? I think I'm feeling pretty gutsy. And so we'll get rid of the Lighting Energy. And then let's just go, let's see. I could go for an overrun, but you know what? Let's do the Feather Dance. I'm feeling pretty good. We'll have to wait and see if my opponent has more lightning energy. I'm going to go for the Feather Dance and see if my opponent will miss on the energy drop. My opponent plays a VS Seeker, probably for the end, maybe even for a Sycamore. Could even go for a Skyla. There it is. And we could see a Professor's Letter. And no, my opponent concedes. What? Oh, shucks. Oh, okay. Well, you can see here we hit 90. And Mew EX, definitely the MVP there. All right, I think we'll play another match here for you guys with the Unfezant and Spinda deck. Here we go. All right, and we'll be playing against Lugia, level 138. And I think Lugia, level 138, has the advantage. Of course my opponent would have the advantage. We start off with a Muna and a Pidove. Well, all right. Not sure how I feel about this. Well, I don't know. It looks like we're playing against a Seismitoad deck, and we really need to get our deck going as soon as possible. So we do have a Team Flare Grunt here, which we can discard the DCE that my opponent will play onto the Seismitoad, and I'm assuming that's going to happen shortly. My opponent can go for a Jirachi, but it looks like my opponent's going to be going for the Seismitoad. We could see the... Oh, there's a Sycamore. We could see a Switch and a DCE drop. That would be pretty good. Wouldn't mind that at all. What I would do first, right, is I'll just try to put him to sleep. And, oh, hey, that's just a Water Energy. So, no DCE yet. And my opponent's going to be taking it slow. We will take it slow. Let's go for the Trainer's Mail. We do get a Crushing Hammer. That's really good. Let's go ahead and play that right away. We even get Heads, so we can remove that. Let's go for the Tranquil. We'll get this into play right away. Look at that. Turn 1. And let's go with the Long Distance Hypnosis. Put the Jinx to sleep so the Jinx can't retreat. And the Jinx wakes up anyways. Hopefully my opponent plays, like, 3 more Pokemon. That way we can play Colas for 6. That'd be great. And we have a good start here, even though we don't have a Mew and we don't have the Staggering Steps. Or the, not Staggering Steps, the Uproar. That's right. Oh, man. The Uproar Spinda. Wow. 2 Water Energies in this card pile, as well as 2 VS Seekers, Vermix Gem, and a Professor Sycamore. Gotta wait and see. We see an Ultra Ball that could go for the Slurpuff and can start tasting away. Let's see here. This Slurpuff has got the tongue sticking out, you know. tasting some flowers, and looks like it's outside of the city a little bit. You can see in the background there's the city. Maybe looks like it's in early morning or in the late afternoon. Here is a Jirachi, probably going for a Sycamore. I don't think my opponent can play that since my opponent played it this turn. Oh, never mind, that was the last turn. So my opponent does play another Sycamore. We see an Enhanced Hammer and a Crushing Hammer, and more Pokemon come out to play. This is perfect. My opponent may have missed on the energy drop. Gotta wait and see if my opponent gets it or not. If my opponent does play it, I feel pretty good playing the Team Flare Grunt. Probably slowing my opponent down a little bit. And there it is. So my opponent won't be able to knock out the Muna. Maybe we can put the Seismitoad to sleep. And then we'll go on from there. So there it is. That's only 50. We will survive the turn. Nice to know our Unfezant has the free retreat. So let's go ahead and no, we failed on that. But let's get rid of that DCE and we will end the turn. In the next turn, we should be able to draw into 5 cards. That's not too bad. My opponent can still play one more Pokemon on the bench. Or if we can top deck a Mew EX, that would be even better. And off the Colress, we need to really start going here. Too bad my opponent gets another DCE. And that's a bummer. I was hoping my opponent would miss it. And our Muna couldn't put the Seismitoad to sleep either. So, we are on our way to... try to pull something off here. If we can we'll get 5 cards off this Colress. We can even play the Dimension Valley, so we won't have to draw into that again. My opponent does play an Ultra Ball, maybe getting another Seismitoad. That would be great. Filling up the deck, my opponent's bench, I mean. That's really good. Or my opponent can go for another Jirachi. Here it is, another Seismitoad. And that's perfect. So what we got to do, oh my gosh, my opponent gets a Sycamore as well. My opponent just gets everything that he wants. He's just getting it. So my opponent has a huge advantage right now in terms of card draw and everything. We still have 43 cards in our deck. That is ridiculous. Our poor Muna gets knocked out. And here is the Unfezant. We'll just play the Dimension Valley. Here goes the Colress. And we get this right here as well. And I'm going to retreat. Let's go for the Feather Dance. And end the turn. So if my opponent, hopefully we don't see any hypnotoxic lasers. Otherwise, I'll really need to get... Oh, no. Here is a Verbank City Gem. We'll counter that in the next turn. But hopefully... Oh, no. A laser. Oh, thank goodness my opponent flipped Tails. And we will be able to play the Dimension Valley and play Jirachi for a Juniper or a Colress. I think I only play one Colress. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh, gosh. My opponent even plays a... Team Flare Grunt. At least my opponent's not going to be playing a Lysander or something like that to disrupt me. But the Mew should be able to hit for 90. That'll knock out a number of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes in the next turn. If my opponent doesn't do anything here, 5 prizes. If I can get a Grass Energy, I'll take 5 prizes. Oh, no way. Okay, so there it is. We will survive the turn. I'm going to go ahead and counter the stadium, and oh my goodness, this is too good. My opponent needs to let us do this attack at the very least, and there it is. Let's just go, and Versatile will go with the Uproar. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, and 90. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh wow. Oh, that is crazy. And my opponent will knock us out, but at this pace, oh man, oh, that was too great. That was great. All right, so I think what we'll do is, well, I don't know. I'll probably just promote the Unfezant here, and we could probably just play the Virizion and drop the 2 energies here to take out the Seismitoad. Since the Seismitoad is weak to grass, we can actually knock it out for just 50. My opponent plays the Verbank City Gem, but it's not going to matter. I will have the Seismitoad. I will have my Virizion out. We got that off the prizes. Wow, that was just sick. And you know what? Even if we lose, I don't even care anymore. That was an awesome turn. Wow. Oh, man, that made my night. And even though it looked like my opponent had everything going from a bunch of Slurpuffs and everything, we were able to get a huge Uproar. So let's go ahead. We'll play this right here. And I'm just going to play this guy. And we will retreat into the Virizion. That's about it. and I'll even play this over here, and there we go. So we'll end the turn here. In the next turn, if my opponent doesn't do anything, I will play the Grass Energy, and then just knock out the Seismitoad with one hit with the Emerald Slash clutch right here. Oh my goodness, my opponent plays. Oh, thank goodness. Hopefully we don't see another Crushing Hammer. We might. Oh, there's 2 Crushing Hammers in the discard pile. Hopefully the other 2 are prized. That would be great. If not, the other 2 are in the deck. So, and we see a switch. My opponent can hit us for 30. We won't see any Hypnotoxic Laser since Verbic City Gym. It won't be any effect either. My opponent will be able to bring and play a Lysander. Never mind, my opponent goes for the Team Flare Grunt. And, oh, darn it. So I will have to play the Lysander's trump card to get back everything else. I don't want to play an end. That'd be kind of bad to end us down to nothing. This is all of our grass energies here, so I'm going to need to get some grass energies back. Wait, I think we play... No. We have more grass energies. I forgot. Let's see. We play 7, and the last one could be... The last prize card could be a grass energy, so that's 3 in there, and there it is. There's the resistance. I'm going to go ahead and just do this right there. And too bad we can't bring out this Meowstic. That'd been great. Well, technically we can't do Ear Influence anyways, since darn, I don't even play. I forgot I don't even play any Rainbow Energies. So that's it. We'll end the turn, and gotta wait and see what can happen next here. And all right, so let's take a look. The Seismitoad can hit us for 30, continue to shut off the item cards. All we need is a Grass Energy. Again, my opponent can still play a VS Seeker, get more of these Team Flare Grunts. That would be very inconvenient. And hey, my opponent brings out a Jinx to heal off the Seismitoad. There we go. Well, depends. My opponent can deck out first too. So this is gonna be a very long match. Okay, so Jinx here will continue to heal damage. Oh my gosh, we see my opponent bring out the Jirachi, and this is not looking good. My opponent can still Hypnotoxic Laser the Jirachi, and well, we gotta do what we gotta do to win. So whatever the case, oh, my opponent plays an Ultra Ball. I can get a Swirlix out. So I gotta wait and see. Hey, it's a Seismitoad. Welcome, Seismitoad. Not that we need to see another one of you and your ugly mug. There we go. We get hit for 50. This Jirachi will might as well is basically gonna go down. Oh, this is not good. We can play an end, but I don't want to do that. And we're just gonna have to end the turn. If we can top deck a Grass Energy, that would be epic. And we won't be able to knock out the Seismitoad anymore, since this Jinx is healing this Toad bit by bit. Well, this is going to be a really long and excruciating battle. Yep. No item cards. I can play supporters. None of these supporters are of any use. We could use a Juniper, but it's not going to happen. And yeah, we got to wait and see. So I mean, the Toad here will be a 2-hit knockout, since we don't play Muscle Band, and Emerald Slash is only hitting for 100. We see Cassius bringing back the Toad over there, and another Toad hits the field with a Water Energy. We even see a Muscle Band over there, and that's it. That's a knockout on the poor Jirachi. All right, so we are all down to one prize. I will end my opponent. Yes, I did. I did that. And I'll end the turn. My opponents won't be able to laser us. That's the one fear I had. I didn't want to deal with getting lasered. And again, my opponent may deck out at some point too, but you never know. So, oh no. Oh, thank goodness it was a Tails. And my opponent's only down to one card. So we are in top deck mode to top deck a Grass Energy. And don't want to play Lysander's trump card. We're just going to end the turn here. My opponent can still laser us, even with a laser. My opponent would need to hit heads and have us fall asleep. Wow, my opponent gets a Sycamore off of that. That's insane. And my opponent is down to 4 cards. My opponent flips tails. We have to wait and see. Does my opponent have Lysander's trump card? Maybe my opponent does. Maybe my opponent doesn't. You never know. I will retreat into the Virizion to kind of ease the pain a little bit more, and we're going to have to survive a couple of turns. My opponent can play the Seismitoad over here. It looks like this one's getting powered up to do a Grenade Hammer. Gosh, can I get that Grass Energy and get that soon? So, nope, no Grass Energies. We'll switch into the Virizion, and we're going to have to end the turn. If I can get that Grass Energy, oh man, that would be a huge blessing. But hey, and a Via Seeker, my opponent can get the Lysander, or oh gosh. And my opponent will take the win. But hey, whatever. You know, we had a really good that one turn. I don't really care. And so that was a ton of fun. We were able to use the Uproar. My opponent, you know, Seismitoad is a really lame card. I'm not a fan of Seismitoad. I do play the deck, so I'd admit to it. But yeah, so you know, big whoop, we lost, but hey, that was a fun 5-prize turn, and I'll take that any day. So I'll take the win more, but so be it. Anyways, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you guys have any other deck ideas, shoot them my way, and I'll see too if I can build them. Let me know in the comments below. So you guys all take care. Have a wonderful day. See you later. Goodbye.